Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Super Metroid Rando League playoff game. Today, we've got a power matchup between Eddie and Travictox, representing Chicago Bullies and Tales of the Dreaded Metroid, respectively. I'm Glove, joined today on Comms by Plumps. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. Definitely looking forward to the playoffs. First game I've been able to catch.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, this is this is an exciting one to see. It is a one seed versus a four seed. Chicago Bullies did manage to clinch that one seed, taking both games off the A team right there at the very end. And Bullies are a really scary team. I don't think many people expected that coming into Rando League. Simo has always been terrifying and is I would consider them a top Rando runner, but Eddie put his nose to the grindstone, and the mode that he has been grinding is Chozo vanilla area boss rando. So he's honestly, in my opinion, one of the scariest people to go up against on these settings.
Yeah, I
Traffic
definitely
Talks,
agree. Yep.
Traffic Talks is solid as well. Um, got a he's had a nice vanilla time for a really long time now, and it's done rando for a hot minute. Sick cheater mock ball from Eddie there. Sick cheater construction zone. Eddie is a one of our hitbox runners.
Yeah, I would say it's a kind of a tough matchup for Travitox
Yeah.
because he has good movement, but Eddie's is like elite.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Travitox can take advantage if Eddie does commit some type of large mistake. But yeah, certainly an underdog here.
Yeah. Uh, Unfortunately, there are only a couple people in the world who can out movement Eddie. All right, nice pit boost.
And I believe it was, what is it, supers at the missiles, so we will need to
Hmm.
see some type of access to possibly the Gauntlet 230 or just Sprint Star at the BT item.
Yep. Could be bombs. Could be power bombs. Could be speed. Screw attack. And it is speed.
Wow, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, not as important to get early in terms of making checks as it is in any of the full splits or in major minor. We truly do not care about waterway, but obviously speed is a good item for making you go fast. And if Dragon is vanilla or is just in a position where it's inconvenient to kill her, that speed will give us Botwoon access.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're going to have to orphan a couple of the criteria checks I mentioned, the 230 and the Gauntlet for now, which can't be suits, but still could possibly be some type of important progression that they're going to have to route back eventually later if it's required.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see where bombs and power bombs show up. Once bombs show up is where. Oh, okay, power bombs is
Yeah.
there. Not logical, but that's going to give us our checks.
Oh, wow.
And
Early
it's an
very soon.
average Chozo seed. So chat asking, are there any logic changes for the playoffs? There are not. It's the exact same logic.
Yeah, that Verisuit's definitely really good for Eddie to find early. Like, the only concern he might have is the Dragon fight, Dragons in some inconvenient location like Lower Norfair.
Yeah. And we say bye-bye to Edicoons. You know, it'll get its day sometime.
Yeah, one thing that sometimes comes up is kind of trying to figure out the logical route of Chozo, just because finding those power bombs is technically a sequence break. So sometimes Runner can conduce like, oh yeah, where could this item be, or like what must this item be, for access. Okay, nice.
Eddie, in his playoff race, was trying to be a big old show-off. Lately, he's been practicing getting the speedball to break those blocks into Spore Spawn for the event, which, you know, was possible for a bit, that you don't have power bombs at this point. Alright, stick item. Not... Oh, Eddie.
I saw this on the thread.
Eddie was just trying to show off. Didn't get it. Alright, pretty healthy seed so far. Energy not... It doesn't tend to be as big of a deal when Varia shows up, obviously.
Yeah, and Travitalk's doing a good job of... He's, like, dead even now. I'm actually not positive where he caught up that time.
It kind of sounds like he didn't go for stupid tech that isn't required.
That's a good point.
He didn't check Big Pink Missile as well. I think that's a... I don't want to call anything a mistake or an error, but like... I think that's about as close as you can get to calling something a pretty huge mistake. I don't like... I understand if you're the underdog being like, I'm gonna skip everything and rely super hard on like finding charge, and then I benefit a lot from that, but I just don't think stuff like Big Pink Missile is reasonable.
Oh, okay. Alright, Seed.
Alright, can't wait for charge at X-Ray.
Kind of interesting, though, because this is, like, if there weren't out-of-logic PBs, it'd just be a weird spot where you'd have to loop around again.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can skip X-Ray here and hard commit to ammo, and I don't think that's the most unreasonable thing to do. Looks like, oh, Eddie thought about it. Okay, he is unequipping his speed booster. You don't strictly have to, but it does make it easier. I'm trying to think at this point. Does high jump have to be power bombs? No, I think Croc could still have power bombs. Or, well, no, charge
Well,
would have to be somewhere else then.
with bombs here, I guess
Well,
this.
these bombs can't be gotten without power bombs, though, so.
Yeah.
I want to say it has to be a high jump.
But they can't get the crate though, so I
Yeah, you
can't think of anything else that where it could be.
Mm-hmm. Trying to think now. I think it. I think it could be. Yeah, I guess it could have been ice too. And it could be charge at high jump and power bombs at Kraid. Anywhere upper north? Oh, that's.
Wait, but you can't go up from the bottom though without bombs, or if you take Speedway.
You don't have to take Speedway though. You can go through Cathedral.
Oh
'cause we
wait,
have
yeah, that's
Mario.
right. Yeah, surely. That is true. Nope, they were here. So I guess
Okay.
most likely scenario. Kind of feels like a speedrun progression then, just with just wanting you to grab that and just go back up, or make the loop.
I try not to read into the progressions.
Trevor talks, just remember your speed.
Yeah, it's a good thing to remember. Meanwhile, Eddie has one of the business centers of all time. Yeah, Sima pointing out in chat. Trav, I don't think Trav knows how to hypo jump. Or, well, I mean, I guess most people know how to, but I don't know if that's something he's willing to count on. I don't think this works if you have speed on. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to learn the right side strat.
Right side bubble mountain's pretty important for randos, in my opinion. Nice.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, he barely got there.
Yeah. And Traffic Talks right now showing how good item cancel is. And Eddie's skipping Bryn at least for the moment. I think this is fine.
Yeah, I know
So,
Eddie's the
like,
type of person that likes to just go down as soon as possible. Just worry about
yeah,
possible checks. Like if you just really want, I don't know, some type of power up or something.
yeah. So I mean, this means that Eddie's not checking GT, so I kind of expect him to full commit ammo here.
I believe we've seen all three Chozo tanks too, at least the E tanks, because there was an E tank there at Speed Booster.
Maybe.
Rav, no.
Does not want that E tank.
There's the second super.
Uh,
Yeah, it's a bit awkward for him.
yeah. I get the inclination to save missiles, but like, yeah.
Oh, I saw Eddie practicing this.
Yeah.
Nice job, Eddie.
Man, remember when hypo jump was something that was like so crazy that basically nobody goes for it? I remember like 2 months ago. Not everyone does it. It's really obnoxious. You kind of have to for Chozo though. I just think you're really hurting yourself if you don't do hypo jump. Like we can see how awful it is for Trav right now.
Yeah, I'm glad he skipped Croc at least, because maybe there's a chance that he spikes like charge somehow, and that could make up a bit of time. But just yeah, especially in these fast Chozo seeds, just the efficiency in routing matters so much.
Yeah, so Chad asking why not check Screw. There's no good way out of Screw. Eddie would have to either bomb jump or kill GT. And Eddie doesn't need to check stuff at this point. He can just go for ammo. And the ammo's looking nice. Like, this is definitely a point where you're decently happy to be.
Yeah, the route just works really well, and being able to do a lot of quick, like minor item locations. I mean, that is true, but it's just kind of like a probability thing, considering just how long that check would have taken.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Eddie's gonna farm up a bit more for this probably like Kraid. Oh. Hey.
Yeah, of course. This always happens with no charge.
Alright, nice D-boost back. That D-boost to pick up drops. I feel like it's a little bit annoying if you don't have high jump. Timing's just a bit different from what you're used to.
Oh, that is true, yeah, because this is whatever your third boss in your route.
Hmm.
I've not seen how much ammo Travis missed, but I think he's fine. I know he had like 8 PVs for this fight.
Yeah, Prof. I know Eddie uses a visual cue for boosting back, but you like time your jump differently to begin with, or at least I have to. Otherwise, I look really silly when I haven't picked up any drops.
It's just a missile, really. That's pretty
So,
bad for Travis Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, Trav's wholeheartedly committing to charge at this point.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, if it was like Space Jumper, worst room item, maybe you could just route back down, but it's kind of forced to just go Meridian now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get the reasoning behind committing to charge, but I honestly think too many people do it. I think ammo's actually really powerful in Chozo.
Yeah, no, I would definitely agree. Like, I mean, it depends a bit on the seed, just because of like maybe sometimes you can have a better idea of near now where charge can be, but like when you're just kind of given both suits for free, it's just much harder when like charge can be like everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really nice spot to have your ammo, especially considering Eddie has not even checked Norfair Reserve yet. I kind of expect Eddie to maybe do wave and skip speed and do Norfair Reserve. Meanwhile, Trev is entering Meridia. It's just, I mean, it would take a death for Eddie to lose it at this point. It's basically impossible to come back from double Meridia in this mode. Like that's just the power of doing LN on any loadout. Our tank gets no respect.
Oh yeah, this was super, yeah. That's good for him. And the Aqueduct also had, I think, 2 packs.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be that surprised if Eddie checks speed here. Especially in a race where he knows he's pretty heavily favored.
Yeah, the prospect of there's quite a few things here that he would be happy to find, and also getting that extra check as well.
Yeah. Speed is also just less bad when you have speed.
Yeah, true.
And it is 1 minor item check. I believe it was an E-tank here. Third power bomb pack is good for Turian. Yeah, it was an E-tank.
And Vanilla Dre. So we also have Vanilla Phantoon as well. That kind of makes sense. Charge might be in wreck ship then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot exactly what was over here at reserve, but Eddie's like gonna be just super close to ammo mode already
I think
by Meridia.
Travis checked this. I don't know why he would if he's committing to charge. Alright, yeah, so by the time Eddie leaves Meridia, he will either be in ammo go mode or be extremely close. Alright, nice Dragon from Traffic Talks. 6 spike suit as well. And I imagine he'll just like immediately pop that, basically. Unless he knows the really sick high jump list exit to this room.
Yeah, I know that. What is it like? The graph is like just kind of weird with like how much jump height you get.
Mhm.
Oh, I guess it might be grab jumping. Or... Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this isn't really worth it, but eh. Coliseum's also a hard room to do correctly, so... Yeah. Fair. Speed no high jump tends to be most people's toughest loadout to go with.
And another super pack here.
Yeah, so Eddie's eating good. Alright, Travis gonna check. Presumably, Plasma goes to Forgotten Highway. Goes to ship. Unfortunately, he can't check Wreck Ship E-Tank without Phantoon dead.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that we still haven't found like another like logical worst room access or yeah, just item yet. Just not working out at all for Trav, like what he's had to do.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Because, like, right now, those bombs still aren't even in logic. Alright, there we go. Yeah, hypo jump is required for the Chozo seeds where hypo jump is required.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at first I was like, oh, I mean, you need 4 items. Like, just, you know, the chances of needing or doing it so low. But it's just kind of like you have so many situations where, like, if you're able to do it, it just, like, kind of breaks the game. It's kind of like how, like, high jumpless lava dive can also, like, completely break a seed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fairly unlikely possibility. Okay, I'm glad to see Eddie's not a coward. If you have speed, you blind spark mainstream missile. It's just what you do.
Yeah, he's gonna be at 60, 55 before bot wound even, so pretty sure he's just happy with that. Or you'll see the moat item too, actually. Oh, it's going to Mama Turtle. That's understandable.
I mean, he doesn't know.
Yeah, of course.
That there are supers at Aqueduct. So this is a fairly conservative ammo hunt, but that's fine.
Oh yeah, Trav actually is, yeah, just going ship now. Feels like maybe he could have taken 2 back down to route Ellen, but I guess at that point, considering where he was, not a big time difference.
Yeah, maybe he's thinking he'll find something sick here in Wreck Ship.
Oh, Trav thinks he's playing Dash.
Or just like with Varia tweaks, this item's accessible,
Yeah.
but we don't play with Varia tweaks.
And the only time I remember was that like one random start week.
Yeah, Varia tweaks are basically forced on with that. Alright, I don't maybe Eddie checks Precious, but really nothing else here. You got so much ammo as to be the coziest lad in the world. Eddie was almost sick.
Close, yeah.
High jumpless half is hard. Alright, yeah, at this point, you don't check anything else.
I feel like it's not even worth to grab anything else, arguably. Just because of the 7 seconds. It's like if Moat was a super, is that like even worth the time?
I mean, strictly that super wasn't worth the time. And it's more for peace of mind. Alright, Eddie, use X-Ray and get rid of that spike suit. Yeah, you can look behind Dragon here. I honestly think that's fine to skip that. I don't know, checking behind bosses does take an amount of time. Eddie.
Sting?
Yeah, I saves time. High jump boots would, but that's it. Alright, Eddie's sick. High jump boots are a plasma. It would truly befuddle the mind if Eddie ends up checking that. Eddie wants to be sick.
Oh.
Eddie's not sick. Oh, Trav. Alright, next costume for Eddie. Oh, that was almost really sick from Eddie. It's so funny watching Eddie do like the PRKD rooms, but just not have high jump. I feel like the fact that he has these strats he's practiced for many, many, many hours actually maybe makes it harder to do them without high jump. Oh, nice. That jump that Eddie just did is actually kind of hard. I know that's a silly thing to say about what if you just spin jumped up, but you want to hold dash for, or like you want to hold right for like a frame before you jump. Well, not holding dash wouldn't give you the height that you need. You need the dash. Eddie realizes he has to spark across. He's grabbing these. You know, that's fine.
No.
Yeah,
No,
that didn't look good.
Barely missed it. Yeah.
Did Trav check the actual Chozo item there? I didn't see.
No, I don't think so.
I didn't seem like he did.
I saw him, just get released and go straight left. And he saw an E-tank too, which, well, I mean, I don't know. This is kind of weird though.
Yeah, so I mean that's just a mistake. It's really easy to forget that like gravity suit is not a Chozo. It's the Chozo statue holding a missile pack right next to the gravity that is. Alright, Eddie kind of needs a monster Doppler to close this out now.
Oh, that was close again.
Yeah.
That was a good try.
You know, it's okay, Eddie. 3 rounds are pretty good. I know you'll get your 2 round in one day. Alright, space jump. Trav is searching real hard for this charge. I think it has to be bowling at this point. No, it could be Shack Tool. there. Ice and grapple. Yeah, RGT too, yeah.
I mean, yeah, and also was it? I don't think we still have 230. Guess he's routing there now.
So that's what, 230, GT, bowling, and Shack Tool, I think, are the 4 we have not checked yet. Croc cannot have charge. Croc could have the ice or grapple. We need to get to Shack Tool, I guess. But at that point, he can only have one of them, so the other will be somewhere.
It's kind of a good point too. I never thought about like how long it takes for the whatever the refill at ship. It's not instant.
Yeah, I mean here you kind of have to, but like, yeah, the spark and then run back to refill the ship. It's a bit awkward.
Bowling is
Eddie
the
yeah, Eddie's
Chozo
in go
dredded
mode,
gravity.
I hope. I think Trav is, yeah, just going, I guess, pure ammo hunt. He seems a bit lost. I'm not really sure what the routing is here.
I mean, I guess it's okay to go this way, but it's kind of what the problem that happens here when you're like half going for charge and like half going for him. Oh, I'd like that strat. Just kind of,
Yeah, it'd be cool if there weren't spikes there, unfortunately. Did that work? Okay, I guess it worked. It looked to me like there was only one recon on the screen, but... Oh, sick powerbomb drop. Eddie, you should run low speed. Alright, and Eddie doesn't believe in getting the speed, no high jump baby skip. Such a shame. Now he's gonna get it and feel awful sheepish. Okay. Alright, Eddie does. Yeah, I need to get speed zip skip here. No worries, top shelf even.
yep. Or Eddie can miss 40 missiles.
Maybe, yeah, I wasn't really counting, but that sounds about right.
Oh, I missed GT.
Looked like grappling.
Okay.
So there's Shack Tool. See, this is the thing about charge, is like, just because charge can be basically anywhere in the game, and like, even though there are fewer Chozo there are fewer Chozo locations than there are like major locations, so you think, oh, I'll find charge. But so many of the Chozo locations are awful.
Yeah, especially can make things even weirder when with the boss shuffle. So it's like doing slow checks is just really, really bad this mode.
Yeah. Yeah, and this mode's just so fast too that like you can't afford that time. Like, I mean, here Eddie's gonna get a time in the low 50s. Oh wait, this should be. We'll see. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a low 50. No, wait, I can't do math.
How much does no high jump add to escape? It's like only
It's
a couple seconds, right?
yeah, this should be sub 50. 'Cause it's
Yeah, like right.
it
Yeah,
should
right at
be like
40.
a low 49. I just I just can't subtract 1.5. It's okay. Um, that seemed like it was going to be an interesting strat if Eddie got it. I don't know if that works. I'm choosing to trust in my friend Eddie and believe that he was cooking and just forgot the stove was on and burned his food. I I don't think he was going for the D boost. I think he was going for like a running down grab. Maybe he was going for the D boost, realized the height was wrong, and just adjusted quickly. I believe that too. Regardless, Eddie does finish in first place with an official racetime.gg time of 49 minutes and 27 seconds. GG. And upon seeing this, Trev does decide to take the forfeit.
Yeah, I think Trav's overall execution looked pretty good, but
Yeah.
like missing out on bombs and just kind of the way you have to route things just
Mm-hmm.
lost just incredible amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, he knew he was the underdog. He knew he had to make some plays. It just didn't work. GG to both runners, though. Well done. I'll see if either or both of them would like to come in for an interview. Oh, is the bot not working? Alrighty, I'll DM you the link then.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. I assume that they're just gonna go with the start time. It's just up to the runners mainly, but usually the bot in the race time room opens just at that specific time, unless they specify they want back to back.
Yeah, I think this was supposed to be a double header. It's just, I mean, Cho's was fast, so I'm not sure if they'll have the option to start immediately.
And we're now joined by our winner, Eddie. GG to you.
GG. Yeah, my Discord was actually acting up, so I didn't see the invite.
Ah, okay. Well, yeah, GG on the win. Definitely a very solid time. How are you feeling about that seed?
Pretty good. I made a few like kind of more conservative coverage plays.
Mhm.
And a lot of the races that we had, once we find Varia in that spot, I tend to leave alpha power bombs for later, just because when you finish up usually like Meridia or something, or you have to head up direct ship, you'll kind of save time by not having to go up there. You'll just pop out of Meridia and find it. But
Mhm.
in this case, this actually worked out really well. Prof, that Leodox room, I forgot I had speed and my jump was all messed up. That's the only issue.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I once I found grab, I was like, this is funny because I know I can get up worst room in the game and stuff, but I was kind of thinking about like, I guess in a way how I could maybe play a little defensively because I felt like this is maybe a really good seed for me.
Mhm.
It's kind of plays to my strength. So I really thought about if I should have done the X-ray deboost or not. I mean, like I can do it, but it's like I wasn't sure if that long of a check is really worth it once I have both suits. In the end, I decided to do it. I got bombs. I was
ABC.
talking to,
Always
I
be
was talking
checking
to,
X-ray.
I was talking to Trev, and it looks like Traffic Talks could have benefited from those bombs. So
Oh yeah.
looks like his decision to not go to LN was because he didn't have a way up worse room in the game. So in the end, I didn't really have to use those bombs, but I felt pretty good. I still checked some stuff. X-ray
Mhm.
and ice are two things that maybe if I'm trying to get like an incredible time, I wouldn't check those. But just the combination of having to get the ammo for the event that I have to fight Ridley, and just I would feel kind of bad if, let's say, ice was there or something,
Mhm.
and Trav gets that and I don't. I would feel kind of bad. So it's just like let's do these checks that are like easily accessible that I think most people would just do just because it's easy and it's right there. It's in a major, just to kind of play in a way that's kind of covers my bases a little bit.
Yeah.
And then yeah, just went down to worst room in the game and just kind of went go mode from there. Immediately after getting the ammo for Ridley, I was pretty comfortable. I'm glad I got the supers from from the extra little pack of supers from whatchamacallit, Power Bomb's a Shame, I believe. Made me
Mhm.
feel a little bit better
Yeah,
even though I
yeah,
didn't need it.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean after that I think it was just pretty much just play Chozo the way you have to, which is just ammo hunt at that point.
Right.
Don't bother checking certain things. Um, I think I still ended up checking, some of those majors, but just kind of a coverage play. Plus, I needed ammo as well. So, but other than that, I think I'm pretty happy with how the seed went.
Yeah, the seed seemed pretty tailor-made for your strengths, and I also agree with the idea of making a couple extra checks even a bit slow, just because it's like if you're thinking about okay, what could Kravitox be doing? It's like really hard for him to have like some type of big edge because you're already taking the most efficient route anyway.
Yeah.
Like basically, he ended up just having to a lot of back and forths and like going to Meridia, really not being able to check much anyway because it's Chozo, since he was just missing so much stuff and also trying to bank on charge, which we knew charge was like just what was it like gravity missile that just is a really bad location for it.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, a lot of just being able to have raced really strong players and Chozo repeatedly for myself has really helped because, um, like when I would race Zeb and stuff like that, I would notice that he just starts scooping up the ammo. He's not trying to like always bank on charge. And I've had some instances where I would pick up charge and I'd still lose because honestly, a lot of these checks are not quick. Like if you have to go to like plasma for charge and you have to go to like top of wreck ship, which is I believe where it was in the end, or God forbid it's a check tool. It's you're not going to be finishing faster than someone that just runs over and picks up all the dense ammo locations. It's kind of what I've noticed because I've lost races with charge, even though I had like 20, 30, and someone has like 140 or something like that. I would still end up losing. Um, so yeah, I mean that on top of, I think this seed is also really, really good for people who kind of practice the more like, I guess the if you want to like really get an insane time, like the hypo jump in worst room in the game. But even if not that, if you kind of if you can't do that, then if you X-ray deboost, you have your answer for worst room in the game. So those are kind of like the Chozo specialties, I think. And being able to do those things really paid off in this one.
Yeah, we were definitely
Mhm.
mentioning those ideas because so many like with the boss shuffle, I have definitely noticed that so many of these Chozo seeds just you're really given both suits like specifically really fast, just
Yeah.
have logical progression. So stuff like the hypo jump, it's like maybe one of the hypo jump items was somewhere accessible, but you like would even be saving time anyway if you're just able to hypo jump.
Yeah. Yeah, and even if you don't find both suits, very often you find gravity, or sorry, you find Varia. I think often the play is actually so long as you can do the high jump list bootless high jump list dive. The answer usually, if you want to get a really fast time, is maybe sometimes you have to forego. If you acknowledge that if gravity is at GT, you just kind of lose. But like it's so fast if you could just go to LN because you just don't have to come back down. And yeah, you get like it's just like a really 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 strong play to make. Is definitely something we've noticed.
Yeah, well, really,
Yeah.
really nicely done. Uh, I really do feel like all the practice you've done is really paid off in a big way.
Yeah, I think that that was a seed where the practice was really important because we had to do some of the tough tricks, and yeah, it worked out well.
Yeah, like a majority of Chozo seeds, like I think it's really good just to become kind of consistent in times. Like you don't need like an insane time every time, but just if it's it's really hard for a Chozo seed to be like like ridiculously weird in terms of logic, just because like the lack of Silus Meridian stuff.
Hmm.
So like I could definitely tell that you're just like not really hesitating that you had a really clear plan on how you're going to attack the seed.
Yep, yep. But yeah, it was a fun race. I know Trafitox isn't in the call with us, but GG to him. It's fun. Had a good time. And commentators, thank you, and the tracker, thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like that is just about gonna do it for us here at Speed Gaming. Be sure to go follow both of the runners. Go follow Eddie, go follow Traffic Talks. If you'd be so kind, follow the commentary and tracker as well. I've been Glove, joined by Plumpst on comms. We've had Paragon on tracking. And from all of us here at Speed Gaming, we'll see you next mission.
Yep, see you about 30 minutes.